Hi and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing great. So recently I reviewed the Nokia 130 2023, and based on the feedbacks from many Nokia fans out there, apparently the 2G network is still available in many of the countries out there. So the Nokia 130 2023 is slated for a release in the Indian market, but no news on the Nokia 150 just yet. So in today's review, I'm going to share with you the unboxing experience of the Nokia 150 2023 edition, as well as my initial review and impression. So this unit here is the blue color, and you can see here the other color options that is available, the black and the slightly red magenta that we have here. Now, one thing slightly contrasting to the Nokia 130 is the colors on the Nokia 150 are slightly on the softer side, and the design is more modern looking. So brief information on the Nokia 150 here is that it comes with a 2.4-inch LCD display. It has a camera with an LED flash. This is something that I can't make out just yet. Radio function, as well as a large 1450 mAh battery that can be charged with micro USB port, a 3.5mm head jack, support for 32 GB micro SD card, as well as the ability to play an MP3 file. So let's get a look into what the package contains. So just going to put this beautiful cyan colored Nokia 150 aside, and as usual, this is just an entry-level feature phone which contains less contents as before. So you can see some warranty information, a quick guide, a micro USB cable, no charging adapter given here. So this is the battery that is included. It's a 1450 mAh battery, which is rated to last up to 20 hours of talk time and up to 1 month of standby time, similar to the Nokia 130 2023. So this is the cyan colored Nokia 150 2023, and it looks absolutely beautiful in hand, and it actually reminds me of the Nokia N9. Now, similar to the Nokia N9, the polycarbonate body here has been treated with the similar process, thereby giving it durability in terms of the colors underneath, where each layer has been immersed with the color that the device comes with. So this is cyan, so even if I were to get scratches or scuffs on it, you won't be getting any different paint underneath, because this is through and through cyan colored. Now, similar to the Nokia 130 2023 that I reviewed earlier, this also has an IP52 rating, so it will easily survive your occasional raindrops and some minor dust. So really good move by HMD Global by providing a robust build feature phone, which is really lacking in market these days. So I'm just going to pop up the back cover and let's have a look at what's inside. Now, this is a really sturdy and well built polycarbonate body. It might look slim, but this thing is definitely sturdy, and the clip-on mechanism is really reassuring. Now, on the back, what you see, especially for my unit here, this is a dual SIM device which only supports the full-size SIM card. So if you're having a nano SIM or a micro SIM, you might need an adapter for that. It also supports a 32 GB micro SD card for storage expansion, which allows you to save tons of MP3 files and even images. So up here is also a rather large 1450 mAh battery, similar to the Nokia 130 2023, which gives you up to 20 hours of talk time and up to 1 month of standby time. Now, one stark contrasting difference between the Nokia 130 and the Nokia 150, apart from the design itself, is the speaker and the camera. So if you've seen my video on the Nokia 130, you will notice that the speaker is twice the size of that on the Nokia 150. It is brilliantly loud and clear, but it lacks a camera. So what we have on the Nokia 150 2023 is the availability of a camera that does a 0.3 megapixel still images, as well as videography if you ever need to do one. Now, do take note that this is purely a 2G device. It is not even a 2.5G device. So this is as basic as you can get it to be. And if you're really into living minimal digital trace in the world, this would be the device to go to. So I'm just going to boot this device, the ever friendly Nokia logo. And And as you can see, despite having a single speaker, it is still loud and clear. Now we are greeted with a similar S30 platform, S30 Plus platform, but this is slightly different than the S30 platform that we have seen in other feature phones, especially the Nokia 2660 Flip. It lacks the Bluetooth connectivity and some added enhanced features. So as I've shown earlier, this device has a single speaker on the back, a 0.3 megapixel camera with an LED flash, a micro USB port, a 3.5mm head jack, as well as a single microphone on the bottom, a rather clean looking edge of the device. And this is slightly on, I would say, if you see the design of the Nokia 130 2023, it has round corners, but this has a well-defined edges, but at the same time it's really comfortable to be held in your hand. Now I really like the polycarbonate, a mixture of the sturdy polycarbonate and a combination of these metallic control buttons on the top front, which really adds into the character of the device. At the same time, what's unique here is these beautifully well-spaced keypad, which are slightly elevated, and they are ever so soft and comfortable to be pressed. Really an enjoyable experience for those of you who like to type on a keypad. So let's take a look into the S30 Plus platform. So similar to the Nokia 130 2023, this also run on the Nokia S30 platform. So this is the basic feature device, so don't expect added features like you've seen in the Nokia 2660 Flip, which is able to do certain additional things, not just with the Bluetooth connectivity, but also the ability to do certain things like recording the conversation, especially if you're having a call. All this is not available on the Nokia 150 2023 and even on the Nokia 130 2023. So what you've got is a very basic features for calls, to receive calls, to cancel calls, to make calls, and very simple things just like that. And for contacts, you can't assign a dedicated image for each of your contacts, but you can assign a certain designation for them, like I've shown on the Nokia 130 2023 earlier. So I do urge you to watch that, where each of the contacts can be designated as friends, wife, daughter, perhaps working colleagues, and things like that. Now you also have the ability to set an alarm, and if you do set an alarm, it will show you up here that an alarm has been set, and you got option to set multiple alarms. And do take note that the alarm is pretty loud. Now of course the phone comes with a bundled Snake game, and I'm not really sure whether or not you get to experience other game options other than the Snake here. It might be different depending on regional availability, but the one that I have here comes only with the Snake game. And unlike Nokia 2660 Flip, where there are options to purchase additional games, I don't see it right here. And into the calendar now, a lot of people have been asking how the calendar looks like. This is exactly how the calendar looks like. It does not sync with the Gmail calendar, so this is strictly limited to the phone, and you can add multiple reminders on the same date. And this is a Chinese device, so you have the lunar calendar, which is as shown here, limited only for the Chinese interface. And you've got the flashlight just on like the Nokia 130, and this is really useful in certain situation. And of course you've got an MP3 player, but I've not stored any MP3 files here, but you get the idea that you can actually play multiple MP3 files thanks to the dedicated 32GB storage expansion option. And all the controls for the multimedia can be easily done single-handedly by this center control button, so it makes everything easily reachable with just a move of your thumb. And of course, since this also supports a 0.3 camera, you can choose to take still images as well as record videos, but you need an SD card for that. So as shown earlier, this is where the photos goes and this is where the video goes. And I really like the simplicity of the calculator interface. Everything looks so close together. You don't have to travel your thumb far, and you get to do everything just by a minimal movement, which makes this interface, the revamped version of this interface, really intuitive. Now file manager, as usual, if you have an access, once you have your SD card, you can actually access your file manager. And once you go to the settings, you can see, let's just check how loud the volume can be. So you can control your volume through here, and this is definitely really loud and really clear. Now these are the certain options that you can see here. You got a display setting, wallpaper settings. So you have a selection of couple of wallpapers here that you can use. I think there's 3 wallpapers here, and each of it looks really beautiful, especially when combined with this cyan colored body here. And you can control the intensity of the backlight you want. You can go as dim or as bright as you want. You can even have standby screen to be on. I showed you how it works on the Nokia 130. You can also decide to have your notifications on and off, which makes everything under your control. So similar to the previous generation of the Nokia devices, you've got profiles, you've got general, silent, discreet, loud, and also one that you can customize yourself. So a lot of options, quite similar to the previous generation of Symbian devices, but not entirely a Symbian device. So this is a voice recorder. If you can use it with the memory card to store some voice memo. Now let's go into the FM radio. Now do take note that so as you can see, this is a wireless FM radio. Some promotion from Shopee. So like I said earlier, all the controls can be done from the central button here. Everything including tuning to stations, skipping to the next station, as well as the volume, can all be controlled from the central button here. Now as I've said earlier, this is a wireless FM radio, but in certain situations where the reception might be less than desirable, you can always connect to your 3.5mm head jack option here to improve the reception. Now let's take a look into the camera itself. Now as you can see here, it does support video capture as well as still imaging. So but you do need your memory card for that to be done. But do take note, this is just a 0.3 megapixel snapper, so don't expect much out of it. It is just in case you need to take one urgently, the option is readily available here. Now all in all, the Nokia 130 and the Nokia 150 seems to be a value added purchase, especially if you're looking for a 2G device. And if you're not interested to leave your digital traces in the world, I would really suggest you to look into this device. This device is also suitable for your grandparents, especially those of them who are not interested having a connected lifestyle like this current generation now. Apart from that, this is definitely a solidly built device. You've got all the protection that you need, you've got all the essential features that you need, very minimalistic, extra durable, extra long battery life. And I really like that Nokia and HMD Global, they're not skimping on the design of the device. In fact, I would say that Nokia and HMD Global, they are doing a pretty good job and even setting the standard of how a feature phone should be. So that's all from me with the Nokia 150 2023. If you have any questions, or if you have 2G availability in your country, do shout out in the comment section. I hope all of you a pleasant weekend and hope to see you in my next video. If you really like this video, just give a thumbs up, and a subscription would be much appreciated. Till then, take care.